So, we've got a few bits and pieces for you today. A little bit of work on the Toyota over the last couple of days. Boys have been doing some work in the car. We let an airbag off, pull the trans from Dawson's engine, get his heater box out, and then all his stuff's good to go. So, that's it. Alright, so here's the finished product of my double gauge holster. I've actually had to remake this whole thing. That's why the wrap's sitting over my engine bay at the moment. That's what happened to the first one. I went to cut the second hole and it exploded. So that's a bummer. So, and there that goes. So I'm going to get ready to put that back in, wire up the temp gauge. So what I'm going to try first is just stripping that wire a little bit there, hooking this one to it, hooking it all together and running the car to see if I can run it off the factory one. If it doesn't run off the factory one, then I'm going to have to T-piece that all in, and then I'll leave that for later when I can get into somewhere to get a bloody thing to do it. And then we'll get into putting all this back together. I don't think I'm going to run it off that jacket there. I don't think I'm going to need to. But that one there down the bottom, the little Allen key one, apparently I can put my factory oil sender back into that too, just for a secondary backup. So I was about to give up on this for the day because that bung there was actually a quarter, and my thing is an eighth, and I don't have an adapter. But what I just was doing was going through my old crap, and I actually found one of these that's a quarter. So now we're going to try that and see. Hopefully it works. So she's pretty loud, but as you can see, it seems to be working. So that works down from there, that little water jacket. But my problem is I think that it's reading a bit of exhaust temperature along with block temperature. So it says it's reading 120 degrees, but the factory one still says it's at normal operating temperature, unless I'm just getting a block temperature, because I suppose it's the last part of the block. Now might be the last part of the block, that's why it's reading a higher temperature. I suppose it'll go through that bit last before it goes back round and cycles back into the radiator. So maybe it hasn't creeped any higher than 120. But I mean, the car's been like that forever. I've had it 10 years and it's been at the same, I've never changed anything. Well, I've changed the water and the oil obviously, but never changed anything to do with the cooling system. So it might be a bit of more research and then go from there. So far, run the wires to the two gauges to their bits and pieces. I've put the power steering pump back in, but Ray from TMS has told me about a belt, because I have no adjuster between the crank pulley and the power steering pump. That's why my AC pump's always been on there. See, so there's the AC pump, and that's the big bracket that holds the AC pump, and the adjuster works the opposite way to if I was to do it any other way. So Ray from TMS, some of you know him, with the A31 Your Next, he's told me about a belt that stretches to fit and then contracts or something. I need to talk to him more about it. So I'm going to do that, because then I lose all that shit off the front of the motor. That stuff's heavy. So I just got to finish wiring up over here. It's all wired in the car, and then we're away. Also, I know someone's going to have me up about how janky my wiring looks. I'm getting the car ready for the track day. Well, once it's ready for the track day, and I've done the track day, it's all coming back out. The engine's coming out, everything's coming out. I'm getting the loom simplified to get rid of all the AC side of things, to lighten the loom up so it's nowhere near as bad as what it looks at the moment. And while that's happening, I will get all my external gauges wired in through the loom. It's only 2 wires, I know, but it'll look a hell of a lot better. But I thought I'd say it because I know someone's going to have me up about what the wiring I've done is. Just got to remember, it's just for the track day. We've even got the boys out here. Everyone always asks about where my helpers are. They're out here stripping a Mirage. Quarantine time.
So we'll be able to talk to each other.
Boys are learning how to wrench.
I'm learning how to plus.
We got our interior boy in here. And we got our engine bay boy out here. Yep.
Yep, the more you undo, the easier it gets. If you undo the hardest bits, the easier it gets.
What are you taking out there, Charlie?
I'm taking out the last bolt.
Yeah, and then what comes out after that?
The steering column.
Yep. What are you working on there, Locks?
I'm working on this little bit.
What's going to happen when you get all those bolts undone?
The
What are you trying to get out?
we're trying to get out the dashboard.
You're trying to get the dashboard out?
Yeah.
Sweet.
So I can make like a hole for
So you can talk to Charlie when he's in the engine bay?
Yeah.
Okay. Everything but the back seat and the driver's seat, the kids have stripped out. Alright, so we're in the backyard, we've got the airbag set up there. This is the chosen suspect to go for a fly, chosen by the kids. Hooked up to the jump pack over there. Just going to set you up on here and go and let her off. Hey, here we go. Alright, you ready?
Ready.
Tell me when you're ready.
Ready. Ready.
Hang on,
Charlie's ready.
I gotta hook it up first.
It's gonna be one. Countdown.
This is gonna be loud.
3, 2, 1, go! Oh, I didn't really fly. That was cool. Guess what? Damage report!
That's what happens.
Nothing. No damage.
So the gearbox is off. But would you look at that? It's all held on with Allen keys and everything. I might take that off and see what's going on behind there. So, just sitting here looking at all this, half the stuff looks brand new. You can't tell me that's ever been had a writing on. Even the flywheel, you can still see the skip marks on it. Damn. So there we have it. Gearbox is off. So to wrap that engine back up for old Dawson. Let's see what my kids have been up to today. They were tinkering around inside the car. They've removed all of this and more. There's bits that were broken that we just threw away. You know, whole dash is out. The only things in this interior that I had removed before they had to go was the driver's seat and the bottom part of the back seat and the dash cluster. The rest of it they've pulled out. Not a bad job.